British High Commissioner, Her Excellency Jane Marriott, has thanked Midrift through the Reinvent program for collaborating with security stakeholders to address security matters and enhance peace-building mechanisms in Nakuru County.
We are privileged this morning. I've always said in our gallery that some of the little things that we do in our backyard sometimes they attract attention from far and wide. And today we are privileged to host none other than the British High Commissioner to Kenya, who is interested in the happenings of Nakuru as a friend, and by extension, it's a clear indication that the UK government is also a friend of Nakuru County. We have hosted her for the last, this is the second day now. She was around yesterday, she went all the way to Joe. Today, she's here in town. And we are happy to host you, Your Excellency. And once more, I just want to welcome you warmly in Nakuru.
What we want and what we are going to discuss here is simply, are we able honestly to start doing conflict analysis? But not only conflict analysis, but collectively also coming up with the solutions. How do we mitigate these particular issues? That's what is important. We do know currently we have our own problems of various issues like the guns, but we also alive that we have a very, very contested election coming 2022. So the conversation should start now about how do we prepare. So our conversations are geared toward addressing the current dynamics, but also scenario building of what we need to do come 2022.
The High Commissioner then proceeded with her courtesy call to Kaptembo Police Station, where stakeholders took pride in the now improved relationship between the police and the community through community policing committees.
Thank you very much, sir. As I said, my name is Jane Marriott. I'm the UK High Commissioner. This is Salome from the team. And somewhere else we have outside, I think, Julius and... oh, you're there. You're there. There you are. You see, I don't ignore you even when I don't think you're there. So we are visiting Nakuru for a couple of days for a variety of reasons, including supporting education projects, but particularly to meet some of our Reinvent partners, including your good selves, for the work that we do together on peace building. And Salome, as our Reinvent lead, has been telling me about your wonderful police station here and the good work that is being done, including by the OCS. And I was just keen to come and say hello and hear a little bit about what you've been doing. Thank you.
Last year, and on September 19, we held a celebration here, a ceremony here, which was well attended by people of the benefits of the stations. You could see that, though not totally crime-free, the levels of crime have really gone down with the announcement of even the number of officers here for surveillance purposes, and also the openness in reporting. People feel comfortable they can do the reports that they are able to share with the numbers, personal numbers of the officers, so that if you don't feel like coming to the scene that you are going to report, you can call and direct the officers where you feel something is not being done well. We will not say that we 100%, but
No one ever is.
when you do an analysis at a higher level, then there is less problems than maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a little bit better now. The cooperation in terms of reporting crimes is also high.
And just in terms of, and this is a fantastic success story, and huge congratulations to all of you involved. When you're actually reporting a crime, so someone comes in, they report a crime, how does it get sort of physically logged? And then how do you use the data to go, there's an increase in this type of crime, or this part of Nakuru is being more problematic than it was 6 months ago? How do you gather and use data?
There is crime chat, and the delivery station has a crime chat where they can clearly show the hotspots for depending on the number of cases booked.
Yeah.
Involving a particular crime. If it's sexual offences, probably they know where we have more of them.
Yeah.
If it's muggings, depending on the number of cases reported, then they put that on the spot. Depending on the type, even carjackings, you can be able, through statistics, which are usually shared through the county security team and sub-county security team, then otherwise there is the division. So at least once a month, we are able to meet and share that.
Then after that, we take them to the court. When the affair is complete, we take them to the court.
Okay. What are the cells like? Is it just one big room? And are there toilet facilities in the cells?
The problem here is the water flow.
Yeah.
That's where we are requesting more water.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't need to go in. That's Susanna. Okay. Thank you very much.
So we go to the Jeddah office.
What are your names? I've just been hearing about you, Corporal Eunice. You're in charge, yes? And so I'm obviously disturbing you, so I won't take up too much of your time. But when did you get the container? 2012.
December 2010. 2012, it was on December 10th, 2019.
Yeah.
That's when it was opened.
It's in your brain ever since. And how has it changed how you can work here?
We have workload because most of the people in the community, after they saw the center being opened, they have started coming from different areas to report their matters in this center.
Yeah.
We have been having many children from different areas, of which some of them we rescued them and take them to children department, and they help us to get rescue centers.
And what are the main types of cases that you see here?
STD. defilement. Most of the cases we get here is defilement, gender based violence. There's assault by the husbands, they assault their wives.
And is there much FGM around here?
Not really. We had only one case in the year 2017.
Well, you do amazing work, ladies, and I know that it's a big emotional job to do as well, so you're incredibly strong to deal with all of this. So thank you. Bye-bye.
Your Excellency, we have various community committees that are geared towards enhancing safety and security, working in collaboration with the security sector, like you're privy to. And it's now my humble request to request community policing committees. I'll give them like 10 minutes to do a small presentation. The chairman, Bwana Ambrose, na timu yako, 10 minutes presentation, please.
I think good afternoon. I think it is past noon. I hope I'm okay. Your Excellency, High Commissioner, and all our officers who are in fact the agents of security in this area of Town West County. I'm very much glad to see you around. And in fact, my name is Ambrose Orimba. I'm the chairman of community policy Town West, especially at Kapchemba Police Station. Well, in fact, when I see you around, I feel good because this our area has been, by then, before 2016, as Madam has said, was neglected. It was a place that any officer who wanted to be posted here would question the posting characteristic that was used for that person to be posted here at Kapchemba Police Station. But when she came, she used to be officiating her duties under that tree. That tree there used to be her office. And in fact, day in, day out, the community, in fact, that I led through Reinvent and Midriff, did a lot so that the community can see sense working together with the police and borrowing mind from the officers, because officers always work from different stations. So when they came in, they gave us idea that in fact, if you want to move and we move together, let us bring all stakeholders together. You see your area MP, you see all NGOs, CSOs who are in fact working within the sub-county, so that we can see and change this society and the area. That is where Reinvent came in, and in fact, through Midriff, and we approached our area MP, who is Samuel Arama, and we in fact proposed for him, before he does anything, perimeter wall should be first given priority. And in fact, that is when the perimeter wall came in. Initially, even dogs would come from another village coming to report in this police station. But now, aside we can speak now, you can see how beautiful it is. And then later on, we came in with another project, that restructuring the police station. We were assisted by Midriff by bringing all stakeholders within this sub-county, so that we can in fact have private-public participation. And that is when we approached our area MP that it is very unfair that you have started a project with the perimeter wall, and the infrastructuring of this area should not be taken with anybody else, but it is you. It should be you. So that when we go to elect you, this will be a flagship project that we have done to this area. So that is when we in fact came up with the project of rebuilding, restructuring of Kapchemba Police Station.
Good morning to you all. Yeah, I'm happy to be part of this. And I want to talk about a few changes that have been done in the community.
We started when COVID started. The county commissioner had initiated, we found there was a lot of violence that was happening during the COVID period, and there were teen pregnancies that were taking place a lot for the kids in school. So we came up with strategies, and when I went for a meeting from RIFE, that was held by RIFE and Reinvent, I got to get sensitized, and I came up with a strategy whereby we saw, apart from giving the girls the sanitary towels, we need to engage their time, because they had a lot of time in their hands, and that's how they could get time to go out there and engage in activities that are not helpful to them. So I came up with a strategy that I discussed with the county commissioner of Nakuru County, whereby I used to engage their time in the morning. They do their homework and they do the housework. Then in the afternoon from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., I used to train them in their talents. And anybody who doesn't have talent, I used to ask them, what would you want to be? What talent would you like to have? I bring somebody on board, and they were trained the whole period of the COVID session. And there were people, yes, there were people who had already, some girls who had already done abortions. We brought people to help them, courtesy of RIFE and Reinvent, and there are girls who are also pregnant. We still brought people on board to help them so that they don't procure abortions, so that they can also go back to school, because the government had already announced that even if they give up, they can go back to school, so they should not get scared. We will hold their hands until they get there. So most of the girls that did that, even when they went into labor, they were calling me, and we were even featured on KTN News. And we went to the hospital, and when they were having their babies, KTN, since there was curfew, KTN was very generous, and I called them, and they went there and they talked to the head nurse to help those girls. I thank you so much for the opportunity. I thank RIFE, I thank Reinvent. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Before we sit down,
Thank you so much.
sorry, just before you sit down, that was fantastic and inspiring. Thank you. You mentioned you were teaching girls different skills between 2 and 5. What sort of skills did the girls want to learn?
They had football, they had baseball. There was baseball. Somebody also came on board from abroad who came and taught them baseball at the stadium. And because baseball is not in Kenya, and others wanted to do drawing. In fact, they did some artwork and they were doing drawing. Somebody trained them, and they are very good at it. Some of them wanted to do dancing. Some of them wanted to do modeling. Some of them were doing different. I had 115 girls under my wings.
Wow! And are you still seeing them now, or not now?
Yes. Even when they're at school, I still encourage them when, there's been a holiday. They've just gone back to school. We still picked from where we left, and they still come over the weekends, and we continue. And besides that, when they were just about to open school, I spoke with the parents. I was not doing this without the parents' consent. So I spoke with the parents, and I said, I want to award these girls so that they don't see that what we were doing is in vain. So I went to stakeholders in conjunction with RIFE, and we had to get them school uniform, the vulnerable children, and somebody else gave us books, and we also raised some small school fees that we could afford.
Wow, you're very impressive. Thank you.
And in what she described as a fantastic success story and a huge congratulations for all stakeholders, the High Commissioner appreciated the work done by community policing committees in collaboration with security agencies and all other stakeholders to curb and prevent all forms of violence in the county.
Well, what an inspiring bunch of people. I'm not quite sure how I can follow that, to be honest. And I love coming to grassroots, because sometimes locked away dealing with politicians at the national level and sort of their level of organisation, it's very easy to forget what actually matters, which is normal human beings doing normal human being things. And I was saying to the County Commissioner earlier, there's a lot of stuff going off in this world at the moment which can make your heart a bit heavy. But I've come here and you've lifted my heart with all of the amazing work that you are doing as individuals, as a community, coming together, giving each other hope, supporting each other, and driving change, not just now but also for the future. And you know, this is not just about making a better community for our children, that's an essential part of it. It's about being better human beings. It's about seeing those opportunities. It's about seeing that there's a need and doing something about it. And that's what each and every one of you have done. And I look at the photos, Madam OCS, of what this place was like 5 years ago, and what you and others have done since, and it's transformational. And the pride that I see in your officers, the pride of the community working together, is just phenomenal. I think the challenge now is that although there's many more things you want to do with this police station, is that there are other police stations that look like you did 5 years ago, and have community relations where you were 5 years ago. So you can take the good practice that you've done here and start spreading it even further to the other communities. And I look forward to visiting you again and seeing even greater successes in the future. So thank you for your time, thank you for your hospitality, and most of all, thank you for warming my heart and inspiring me that there are good people doing good things. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency.